developing, figuring out what people are interested in, is looking at the Google keyword research. So you pick your topic that you're interested in. So it might be, I don't know, what's another good documentary topic? Climate change, right? So you might want to make a documentary on climate change, or maybe you want to make a documentary on, those countries, those little islands that are affected by climate change and are losing their sand and land and etc. So that's what you want to, you've got that idea, you've got that passion, you've got that interest, right? So then you would go to Google and start looking at what people are searching on in that area. And you could go to somewhere like Alexa and look at what websites are ranking in that area. You could do about 3 or 4 different things. Or what you could do, because now there's so many new technologies to even help you do what you used, even 2 years ago you would have to do that manually. There's a company called marketsamurai.com, I think they're Melbourne based, and they have developed a little product that does all that for you. So you just feed in, I would feed in climate change, for example, and it would produce for me a whole range of different keywords and websites and rankings and competitors, and it's market research basically at the click of a button. Saves you 10 hours of doing it, and I think it's $49 a month or something like that. So you get that type of information for starters. And then you might just set up a blog. I mean, it's cheap, it doesn't cost anything. Get a Facebook page, start producing bits of your content already, just in blog articles or, posts or little videos. Just film yourself, blah, blah, blah. I think this about climate change, put it out there, start engaging with people. Another great tool on your website is the live chat function. Now, people think of live chat as customer service, but actually it's a very interesting product development tool that not many people know about. So what you do is you put live chat on your website. So you've got this blog about climate change and you've got a little live chat thing saying, hey, come and chat to me or ask me a question about climate change. People come on and they start engaging with you and asking you questions, and you type back and they ask questions. If you're not there, they can leave a message and it goes through to a support address or an email address. Then what you do, that is content. That is content you can use for copywriting for your product once you develop it, or it's content you can use for researching your documentary, because it's actually the real things that people really want to know about climate change, as well as what you think you already know about climate change. That's just 2 examples of how you can actually start engaging with your audience first to develop a group of people who care about what you're doing. And the thing with that is when you do actually then create whatever it is you create, and it might not be a film in the sense of the old sense of the word, it might be, a website with a range of little episodes, or it might be, it could be anything. When you do that, you're not scrabbling around trying to find an audience, because you've started your audience development all the way through. I think what people need to do is start educating themselves about internet marketing. And internet marketing's got a really bad name. It's got, you think of those poker ads that come up, or, gambling, or, crappy, like big red headlines, buy now, dodgy brother things, or you get yourself on a list and you can't get off it, That is internet marketing, and it's a bad way of internet marketing, the cowboys of the field. But actually there's a whole lot of stuff written about internet marketing, and a whole lot of great people doing stuff on internet marketing, and I would just start educating myself. Find the people who know what they're talking about, and start following them. And I've got some books I can show you here. For example, this, for filmmakers interested in this area, well actually this is a really good one too. So after Tribes, right, I would then read this one, Niche, because the other thing about product development now, instead of creating one product for one big massive market, which of course you can do if you've got a lot of money, really there's a lot to be had in just streaming and creating niche products, which, The Long Tail by Chris Anderson, that book talks about that a lot in the film industry. And this is another one that sort of tells you how to do that a little bit more, how to niche. So that's a really good one. And then these 2 are really good. The Chris Anderson's other book called Free, which is very interesting because there's a whole conversation about the role of free in content and product development, and how free can work in with a business model, and how you can use it, and how it's being used, and the history of it, the MP3s and Napster and all that sort of stuff. So that's quite an interesting read as well. And then this one, No BS Price Strategy by Dane Kennedy. Kennedy is an amazing copywriter for the internet. I mean, this guy charges $180,000 an hour to write copy. And the reason he does that is because his copy actually sells, and not in a crappy cowboy internet marketing way. I mean, there really is a level of expertise being developed now in internet marketing that big companies are starting to take notice of. They're starting to realize actually the way we used to do things, and you know, mailing out everyone to do this and spending thousands of dollars on television ads, you know, they know they need to get into social media, and they know they can see that it can happen, but they don't really know how. And a lot of the internet marketing guys now are actually consulting out for very high fees to companies, teaching them the skills they need to know so that they can, you know, be more profitable. And it's the same with filmmakers. It's just about educating yourself in online business and being prepared to do that and skilling up. And there's lots of courses, but look, it's a really difficult thing because there's so many people out there doing stuff. I tend to read a lot, find the people that I sort of gel with and I sync with, follow them online. I go to any webinars they do. I do paid courses. You know, at the moment I'm in a mastermind group. It's $900 a month, and it's all internet marketers, all with online businesses, all over $2 million a year. And that type of group, look, this is another whole issue, which is about business and developing business. I'm a firm believer in you have to invest in it, and you always have to just invest a little bit more than you feel comfortable with. That's my theory. You learn more, you lift yourself up, and it's how you get the skills and the knowledge. But now there's people who specialise in getting traffic to your website. There's people who specialise in, once the traffic arrives, converting it, what they call converting it, which is getting someone to fill out a form and give you their email address and name. Then there's people who specialise in how you, once you've converted it, how you make a sale to those people. Then there's people who specialise in copywriting, you know, the words on the actual page. People who specialise in the web platform you should use. Then there's social media, and like there's not even now social media. You know, there's people who specialise in Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Even if you go into Facebook, there's people who specialise within Facebook on fan pages versus Facebook copy versus selling on Facebook. So you just really have to look and search online and find the quality educators, and there's a lot of people there doing that.